The Win Make It Happen challenge is definitely good for encouraging innovation in Worcestershire. It encourages people to really think about what they're doing in the framework of getting people in the region to help them. It's one thing to just have an idea, but to be able to turn it into reality, you need other people around you that are experienced in doing that sort of thing.
This is essential for anybody who's got an innovative grain of an idea just nestling in the back of the head. They want to bring it out.
I was really surprised by the breadth of different types of industries that had presented themselves, and also the kind of social responsibility that I was seeing from a lot of them, ethical ideas and ideas for making the world a better place, as well as fantastic innovations.
They're all subject matter experts, they're brilliant, they've got a real grasp of the hole in the market they're trying to fix, they've got a real grasp of the subject that they're trying to put forward. A lot of it is content based, they've got all the content, they've got the experience.
There's so much creativity in the area and innovation. It's nice to see quite a variety come and be able to choose, and that makes it quite difficult at the same time as well.
I think it proves that if you've got a really good idea and if you've thought about it a lot, then actually it's going to shine through in your application.
A good idea that isn't marketed well goes nowhere. A good idea that isn't protected well goes nowhere. You've really got to tick all those boxes.
So waiting for the winner to be announced was just amazing. The excitement, I was excited, let alone all the contestants that were there waiting to see who actually won. And when it was actually announced, it was such a pleasure to see.
The Win Make It Happen Challenge winner 2019 is Penny and a Pearl.
The enthusiasm that was going on in the room was just amazing, and the look on her face that she'd actually won this prize, I think it's going to be a real game changer for her.
I feel surreal, to be honest. It doesn't feel real. I've been to 4 of these events now and none of them have ever been the same, but this has by far been the strangest and the most impressive.
Our winner will get to spend time with all of our incredible sponsors, and we'll have all of that wraparound support to get that business idea to the next level and ready to go. It's really exciting.
My last year of university starts in 2 weeks, so I have that to contend with, as well as everything that is about to happen. My whole life is about to change. The first thing my dad said when I called him is it a hoax? But no, they've all been really happy. My grandmother keeps bringing it up whenever I see her. She brought it up at my aunt's book launch and kept bringing it up. I was like, this is not about me. Almost immediately it was, okay, what do I need to do? How many things need to happen now? Because a lot of things need to happen now. First thing I had to do was meet Emma. She's been my project manager the entire time, so she's sort of guiding me in the right direction. She helped me set sort of 3-month goals and 12-month goals and what I actually wanted, and then broke down which sponsors could help at which stage. I knew prior to winning the award where my business had to go next. I knew that I needed a packaging redesign. I knew that photography was going to be one of my biggest problems. I haven't got a space. I'm fairly competent, but I'm not that good. I didn't have models, but sort of Terry's been able to help me find all of that. I really enjoyed it. It's been great. That was one of my favourite ones to start with because it was really creative. It was really nice to be able to see my brand becoming real in a sort of proper and professional way. Samantha from Brand Refinery was next. She's been working with the packaging, which again was a really fun one for me. I love doing the design work. Next up was Laura at Freshhouse. She's been helping me do marketing planning. So building a better profile of my customers and making sure I know where I'm going forward. And she's been really great at picking up on little things that I wouldn't have thought of. Because I'm so close to the product, I don't necessarily see that other people wouldn't see it. I met Charles Lovell, the accountants, so I've sort of started up with them. I had a lot of questions when I went into that meeting. It's very practical and it's very much needed, so they're in place. The week just gone, it's been a really great turning point. I had a couple great sales. I had the market in Malvern. I've sort of booked all the Christmas markets. I've went to an Etsy planning meeting for that, so that's sort of all taking shape. It's been really exciting this week. So alongside all of that, I've been working out of the kiln. It's been really great. There's loads of people in here that I'd never met before, and it's nice to have a new networking space. I have seen a change in sales and I have seen sort of a bit of business growth, but it's been more about changing the almost theory behind it first. I can do a lot of the things at sort of strange hours. Like I've said, I've been in the kiln later and later, but other people don't want to meet me then. I need more time in business hours to meet actual sponsors. My work-life balance comes in my commutes mostly. I actually do meditation on the train because that's the only 20 minutes in the day I get to actually not have to do anything else. This is not a sustainable pace of life for me. I have to stop at some point. I need to sleep mostly. But it will be really nice to sort of catch my breath and then start planning again in January. I've always been fairly driven. I like getting nice results. It's just purely a pride thing. But if I can pull this off, it's going to be amazing. I will have finished a degree, I'll have a functioning business, I'll have good career opportunities. It's going to be great if I can get there.
It's odd. I mean, it's all odd, we know that. Going well, it's going as it's going. I mean, is anyone really sure what's happening anymore? So the first challenge was literally just unpacking and resetting up in a new location. It was sorting and tidying because I'd had so many different offices in Worcester. I'd just run around on that very last day possible and got everything I could from all of my offices to be able to bring them all home. So this is the second lockdown video diary I've done. We've been in lockdown for about 8-9 weeks. Is anyone ever sure? Time's just gone out the window, really, hasn't it? It's going fairly well. I mean, you know, I'm still at my parents' house, which is great. It's lovely to be in the countryside rather than having to do this in a sort of deserted city where no one's going anywhere, no one's doing anything and everything's closed. I'm sure it would probably look very apocalyptic. But actually out here in the countryside, we don't see too many people anyway. Having had some beautiful weather, I've been doing quite a lot of work outside. I sat and worked on my website in the sun for 2 whole days. Absolutely wonderful. Got really badly sunburnt, but it's fine. But that's okay, that's been quite nice being able to do it at my own pace. Having said that, it does mean that I quite often drift through the day, having not done enough work, and then find I have to do it all at the end. Not ideal. I've had a lot of feedback from a lot of customers, which has been really nice. It's nice to actually hear that it's going well or things I could do better, because that's how these things evolve. It's great to be told by actual sewers, oh, it would be much easier if it looked like this. Really excitingly, I've sold 4 kits now actually to a friend of my mum's. She came over for tea, and because I've got all the kit at home and I've got my little Izettle card machine and everything, she was able to say, oh, I really want to get my daughters into sewing. I've seen your account. What would you recommend? So it was really exciting to be able to actually make sales sort of face to face at a time like this. It seemed really strange, but it was lovely. Her girls are doing really well at the projects and they've gotten really into it, so much so that one of them's bought one as a birthday present for a friend. So it's odd that I'm able to still do face-to-face networking and make sales like that currently, but it's been really lovely.
Honestly, the business was about to take a back burner as I went back to university, because I was doing it while I was on my placement and the new term was about to start, and I was kind of thinking, I don't know how I'm going to manage this, it's just that's going to be the thing that falls by the wayside. And then 2 weeks before university was due to start back, I won the award. I was like, right, well, that's what I'm doing then. Guess I'm doing all of it, which is amazing. It's an amazing opportunity. I've made a lot of changes. Having seen sort of professional input in a lot of aspects, I've changed a lot of things. It's almost like I had a prototype when I started. I had a ready-to-go business, but actually having seen it in a new light and from a lot of other people's perspective, it's been brilliant to sort of highlight that. It gives you that platform to take an idea that you have and you know is great and other people are going to see is great and actually put it into something professional. Winn have been really active, it's been great. It's sort of skyrocketed everything.